If you're past 60, the way you move, or don't, could be putting serious pressure on your heart without you even realizing it. Now, what if I told you that some of the exercises you trust the most, yes, the ones that seem to keep you fit, might actually be silently working against your heart day by day? I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to warn you before it's too late. As a cardiologist, I've met countless seniors who felt absolutely fine until routine checkups revealed sky-high blood pressure, irregular heartbeats, or signs of dangerous heart stress. And no, it wasn't bad food or being inactive that caused it. It was something worse, the wrong kind of exercise. Movements that were too aggressive, too sudden, too demanding for a heart that's not as young as it used to be. Most older adults have no idea they're making this critical mistake. So in this video, I'm sounding the alarm on 5 exercises you need to cut out immediately because they may be putting your heart at risk instead of helping it. But don't panic. I'll also walk you through safer, smarter alternatives that support heart health without the hidden harm. So stick around, because your next workout could either protect your heart or slowly wear it down. And heads up, habit number 1 might be something you're doing right now. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a heart-saving tip made just for you. And if this message hits home, drop a 1 in the comments below. If not, type 0, and let me know how I can serve you better. Number 1, high-intensity workouts, those short bursts of full-throttle effort followed by quick rests, are everywhere these days. They promise fast results, better stamina, and a stronger body. But for anyone past 60, they might be doing more harm than good. I've seen it happen again and again. Older adults, full of motivation, dive into these routines thinking they're making a smart, healthy choice. They sweat, they push, they feel productive. But behind the scenes, their heart is under enormous pressure. Subtle signs begin to show: an odd heartbeat here, a dizzy spell there, energy that fades faster than it used to. And most people chalk it up to age. What they don't realize is that these workouts are pushing their cardiovascular system far beyond what it's ready to handle. A heart with stiffening arteries or hidden arrhythmias can't adapt to sudden spikes in demand. It's forced to work harder, faster, under more strain, without warning. You won't always feel the damage right away. In fact, that's what makes it so dangerous. One bad lift, one breathless sprint, and you could be putting yourself at serious risk without even knowing it. And here's the real tragedy. These aren't people ignoring their health. They're trying to protect it, trying to stay active, trying to stay young. But at this stage of life, overexertion doesn't build resilience. It builds risk. What the heart really needs is movement that's calm, steady, and in sync with your body. No more chasing extremes, no more fighting to keep up. Real strength now means choosing the kind of exercise that lets you thrive without putting you in danger. And while these intense routines are one kind of threat, there's another one, quieter, often overlooked, that hides in how your body holds stress. Not in how fast you move, but in where tension lives when you do. If this message hits home, leave a 1 in the comments. I'm here to help you move smarter, not harder, and your heart will thank you for it. Number 2, crunches, sit-ups, heavy weights. On the surface, they look like smart moves to stay strong. And sure, staying active does help with balance and independence. But there's a catch most people don't see until it's too late. When exercises put strain on your core or force your body to lift with power, they're not just working your muscles. They're also creating massive pressure inside your body, especially around the chest and abdomen. And that pressure doesn't stay contained. It pushes up, it pushes out, and your blood pressure follows right behind it. That sudden spike forces your heart to respond in a way it's not built for anymore. A heart in its 60s or 70s can't adjust like it did decades ago. Arteries aren't as flexible. Blood vessels can't absorb pressure the way they used to. That one extra repetition, the one that feels like progress, might actually be a tipping point. I've seen people pass out mid-set. Others finish their routine feeling fine, only to end up in the ER later, confused, scared, and wondering what went wrong. They weren't out of shape. They weren't being careless. They were simply following advice that no longer fits the body they're living in now. And that's the tragedy. They were trying to protect their health, not put it in danger. But staying safe doesn't mean giving up strength training. It means choosing better tools. Resistance bands instead of weights. Slow, controlled movements instead of fast, forceful ones. And if you can, guidance from someone who truly understands how the aging heart responds under pressure. This isn't about looking fit. It's about staying alive, staying independent, and doing it without putting your heart on the line. Still, physical strain isn't the only risk seniors face. Sometimes the most unexpected danger has nothing to do with movement at all, but with something as ordinary as a shift in outdoor temperature. And believe me, your heart notices every single time. Number 3. Not every risk to your heart comes from overdoing a workout. Sometimes it's simply the temperature around you. Cold air can quietly tighten blood vessels, causing blood pressure to climb, especially dangerous for anyone with hardened arteries or a history of hypertension. That peaceful winter walk? It could be silently overloading your heart without you even realizing it. Then there's heat. On hot days, your body opens up blood vessels to cool itself. The heart pumps faster, you sweat more, dehydration sets in quickly, and again, the heart is working overtime, this time just to stabilize your system. I've seen older adults collapse on short walks or struggle to breathe after just a few minutes outside, not from exertion, but from how their bodies react to the weather. These aren't rare events, they're signs your body is saying, this is too much. And the warning signs don't always scream heart issue. They show up as fatigue, lightheadedness, or feeling off, easy to ignore. But in reality, your heart is being pushed by forces you don't see. That's why a controlled environment matters. Staying active indoors, where the temperature is stable, gives your heart less to fight against. Don't skip hydration. Dress for the weather, even if you're just stepping outside briefly. Breathable clothes in summer. Insulating, but not heavy, layers in winter. And most importantly, listen to what your body is telling you. It always speaks up, just not always loudly. Still, temperature is only one piece of the puzzle. There's another threat many overlook, and it's hiding in the way some exercises move your body. Fast, jarring, unpredictable motions that don't just shake your balance, they shake your heart too. Let's look at that next. And if this made you stop and think, drop a 1 in the comments. It lets me know you're here and you're paying attention to the signs that truly matter. Number 4. Movements that involve quick jumps, sudden turns, or rapid changes in direction might look harmless, but for someone over 60, they can create more trouble than benefit. What used to feel energizing can now throw your heart and balance off track in seconds. I've seen seniors, full of determination, try to keep up with fast-paced classes or online routines built for younger bodies. Not long after, they report feeling strange, heart racing out of rhythm, dizziness that comes out of nowhere, or even unexplained falls. And it's not because they're weak, it's because the body's response system has changed. As we age, reflexes slow, blood vessels lose elasticity, and balance isn't as sharp as it once was. When you introduce forceful motions like jumping jacks or burpees into that equation, the cardiovascular system can become overwhelmed. A quick spike in heart rate, a sharp drop or rise in blood pressure, and suddenly, a basic move becomes a serious risk. That simple lunge or twist might now confuse the body instead of training it. The heart races to catch up. Oxygen delivery lags. Coordination breaks down. The sad part? Most people do these workouts for the right reasons. They want to stay youthful, stay independent, keep their edge. But real strength after 60 isn't about intensity, it's about control. It's about choosing movements that stabilize your body, not shock it. Gentle, low-impact exercises like water aerobics, stretching, or Tai Chi may not feel dramatic, but they are incredibly effective. They train balance, reduce stress on the heart, and protect your nervous system without pushing you toward collapse. Even with safer movements, though, there's still a risk many ignore, not in the workout itself, but in the timing, especially when exercise happens too close to bedtime. We'll talk about that next. And if this part gave you something to think about, let me know with a quick 1 in the comments, because your next step could make all the difference. Number 5. Even light activity in the evening, like a walk after dinner or a short workout before bed, can quietly interfere with something your heart depends on every night: deep, restorative sleep. As you get older, your body doesn't recover from stimulation the way it used to. Late-night movement may not feel intense, but it's enough to keep your nervous system active, your heart rate slightly elevated, and your brain more alert than it should be. That small disruption can have a ripple effect. Sleep becomes lighter. You wake up more often, and the consequences build: higher blood pressure, more inflammation, insulin resistance, and irregular heart rhythms. I've seen all of this happen, not in people who neglected their health, but in those who thought they were doing the right thing. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's the time when your heart resets, your blood vessels repair, and your body calms down from the day. Skip that process, and your heart feels the cost. That's why the clock matters. Exercise during the day, especially late morning or early afternoon, can help your heart work better, your energy stay steadier, and your sleep become deeper. By evening, the goal should be winding down, not gearing up. Your heart needs stillness. It needs quiet. Not one more rep. Not one more loop around the block. Let your nights be for healing. Your body and your heart will thank you. And now, a more personal note. If you're still watching, thank you. That tells me you're here because you truly care, not just about living longer, but about living better. I want to speak to you not as a doctor, but as someone who's sat beside far too many hospital beds, hearing the same heartbreaking phrase, "I didn't think it was a big deal." That sentence stays with me, because when you're over 60, nearly everything becomes a big deal. The food you eat, the way you move, how much stress you carry, when you rest. These small daily decisions become the foundation of everything your heart depends on. And yet, most people don't treat them that way until something goes wrong. I've met strong, resilient men and women who had so much life left to live, until one overlooked habit, one high-intensity workout, or one missed signal changed everything. And I've asked myself 1,000 times, what if someone had told them sooner? That's why I'm telling you now. You don't need to act like you're 30. You don't need to chase a fitness trend that punishes your body just to prove a point. What you need is balance, kindness, consistency. There's no prize for pushing past your limits. There's only the quiet, priceless reward of waking up with a clear mind and a steady heartbeat. Forget the myth that more is better. Choose better. Move with awareness. Rest with intention. Respect the rhythm of your body instead of rebelling against it. That is real strength. That is wisdom. And that is how you protect the only heart you've got. Even if you're already making better choices, there's still one last warning I need to share. It's not about what happens during a workout, but what happens when you don't move at all. When inactivity starts piling up, silently, and the cost begins to add up without you even noticing. Because your heart doesn't just need movement, it needs your attention, your care, your presence. After all these years working in cardiology, if there's one truth I've come to believe, it's this. Your heart gives everything without asking much in return. But as you get older, it starts asking for something simple, your respect. Not fear, not perfection, just thoughtful, loving care. The 5 exercises I've urged you to avoid today aren't bad. They're just no longer right for a heart that's aging with grace. What once energized you might now leave you drained. And that's okay. That's not weakness. That's awareness. This next chapter of your life doesn't need to be faster or harder. It needs to be smarter, calmer, more in tune with what actually keeps you thriving. Because your health isn't defined by how hard you push, it's defined by how well you preserve. So if you take anything from this video, let it be this. You're not too old. It's not too late. And every gentle, intentional choice you make adds time to your life, and life to your time. Take that next step with confidence, and let it come from a place of care. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to comment below. Share one insight you're going to apply to your own routine. We'd love to hear it. And if you found this helpful, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell us how we can do better. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to a heart-smart, deeply fulfilling life.